On, coming to you live from Numancia, Aklan in Western Visayas in the Philippines. I'm having my morning cup of coffee, my Boss Rooster cup here, that design courtesy of my good friend Alan in Texas. He also designed a logo, a Dazzle TV logo with a Philippine flag on it. I'm having my Copico Blanca. Copico Blanca is my choice of 3-in-1 coffee here in the Philippines. It's coffee, cream, and sugar, powder form, all in one. You just put it in your cup and put hot water in it, and you got a nice cup of coffee. Oh, there's a Leanna sneaking by. Leanna's awake already this morning because it's Thursday, and on Thursday, Leanna and Mom, they have church on Thursday. They usually go to church at 6 a.m., but today, because of the New Year's last night, their church doesn't start till 8 a.m. today. I always start my live streams with the weather report. I'm looking at the Windy app this morning. There's still no typhoons, no low pressure areas. So we are done with 2025. For 2025, we had a total of 23 typhoons in 2025. So now we turn a new page, I guess. We start from zero again. And they usually have a name for the typhoons already that starts like, it'll be letter A, B, C. So the first typhoon for 2026, it'll be the letter A. I had a list somewhere of all the names they come up with. They already prepare names for the typhoons even before the year starts. The weather report from Pag-asa, again, there's no typhoon, no low pressure, tropical storm of any kind, but it is raining. It's been raining like midnight happened last night, and I would say not even around 1 a.m. Like after all the fireworks, about an hour later, it started downpouring here in Numancia anyway, in our area. So good thing though, because people were able to go out, do the fireworks, shoot rockets in the air. I did it on the live stream last night. We did our karaoke live stream and then the fireworks show here in our neighborhood, man. My neighborhood, they spent a lot of money on fireworks last night. We didn't buy any fireworks. We never buy any fireworks. So it was just fun, like watching all the fireworks. I'm glad my neighbors got a lot of fireworks and a lot of rockets, rockets shooting up in the air last night. So for the weather, for the Western Visayas, our area, Luzon, Mindanao, Metro Manila, same weather that we've been getting for like the past week now. Partly cloudy to cloudy skies with isolated rain showers and thunderstorms. And that's what we're getting this morning. Since last night, nonstop, it's been raining. So Mom even said when she got up this morning, she said it might start flooding again because it doesn't take much this time of the year to flood here in the different parts of Aklan province, because we've gotten so much rain in December. You know, it's been rivers are high, creeks, everything's like so wet. So it doesn't take much. If we get rain for like 24 hours straight, there's gonna be areas for sure that will be flooded. Bill Meyer, good morning, Bill Meyer. Prayers, Bill Meyer said hi. All right. Happy New Year, Happy New Year, Happy New Year. Hey, JP, good morning, JP. Happy New Year, JP. Ray, just want to wish everyone a Happy New Year. Happy New Year. Of course, I'm getting to celebrate in the American Legion. All right, that's going to be fun. I'm sure, Ray. I'm sure that's going to be fun. Yesterday, while we were doing karaoke, and then when I got up this morning, I'm watching like videos of all the celebration. You know, in Manila, BGC, where all the condos are, all the buildings, man, it's like spectacular, spectacular fireworks. It's just like unbelievable the amount of fireworks that were spent last night. Lowell, kumusta? Kumusta, Lowell? Mabuti, mabuti ako, kapatid. From Oregon, mabuhay. God bless, my brother. Happy New Year to everyone in the chat. All right, morning, JP. And Happy New Year. I don't expect many people are regulars, especially the ones that are here in the Philippines. I'm sure they're going to be sleeping still, but I wanted to do the live stream because I'll end up taking Mom and Leanna to church. Their church is at 8, so I'll do about an hour live stream. It's 6:42 now, so we'll cut at like 7:40. That way, it'll give me time to take Mom and Leanne at the church this morning. Lots of celebrations, of course, last night. I was busy on my phone, greeting all my family in the U.S., friends all over the world. I'm like so busy on my phone ever since I got up this morning, last night before I went to bed. Just so happy to greet everybody. It's another year, man. It's like I've said many times, life is not given, retirement, life, that one phone call can change your life. So for me, you just gotta appreciate the present, appreciate the present, because life can change in an instant, that one phone call for a family member that you love, now that I'm getting older, I'll be 60 this year. I'm coming up on my 60th birthday. Unfortunately, when we get older, you start losing people, right? It's like my aunties, parents, people that when we were growing up as kids, you're looking up to them like they're the adults. And, unfortunately, I'm by 60. Most of those people in my life are gone already, so appreciate those, appreciate, that's why I say, when they're still alive, make sure you visit your loved ones that you haven't seen in a while. Make sure you, even on a phone call or even in a video chat, make sure you always tell them that you love them, because you just never know. We all experience loss. It's the hardest thing to deal with, but appreciate the time that you have with your loved ones, because you just never know. Things happen. It's like that one conversation with that person, you might regret it. That if you had like like an argument or something like that, or you haven't talked to a relative or a friend for a while because you had a disagreement, man, squash all that in 2026, because life's too short. You might regret it one day that, hey man, I wish we had worked it out, and I wish you're still part of my life. Emilio, I see Emilio. I'm gonna see Emilio. Hey, my brother, start a brand new year to your family, right? It's like I think that's what New Year's is all about, right? It's the start of a new year. Start. We all get a fresh start. It's like no matter what happened in 2025 in the past, to me, it's a fresh start in 2026, and that was gonna be my topic today. It's like I've been helping people now move to the Philippines here for 4 years now. I've done my YouTube channel. Over the years, I have seen people change their life completely when they move here to the Philippines. And I think it's still an option. It's like if you're not happy in your country, if you're getting to that retirement age and you don't think your retirement's going to be enough, like in America, for example, if you're getting Social Security and you're like struggling with Social Security in the United States, barely getting by, loading up on that credit card to pay bills, the Philippines is an option. It's like You get mixed comments sometimes when you go in the group chats. But I think one consistent thing is it's affordable here still. If you're retiring, like I said before, if you're retiring with the average Social Security now in the United States is 1,700 to 1,800 a month. Man, if you're by yourself, if you're single, that's more than enough here in the Philippines. Of course, you got to factor in if you're in good health. That's a big piece, unfortunately, because they don't have Medicare here in the Philippines. So if you have a lot of medical issues that you need Medicare, unfortunately, I don't think the Philippines would be for you. But if you're in decent shape, man, if you're in decent shape, you don't have medical issues, the Philippines is doable. I've seen many move here to the Philippines on Social Security alone. What they do when they hit 65, a lot of them cancel out their Medicare because they know they can't use it anyway. So right there, you're going to be saving I think 200 or even a little over 200 a month. Just build your medical emergency fund here in the Philippines. And it's not like when you cancel your Medicare, you can sign back again. I mean, there's a penalty now. my Kuya Bang from Vegas, there's a penalty, but it's not like once you cancel it at 65, you lose it forever. You can sign up again. You can fly to Guam, closest place to the Philippines. So it's doable. I've seen many people have done. I've seen people move here with no insurance, not even Medicare. Not, my friend Robbie, he's like my age, 59. He's just funding his retirement until he hits 62 to collect Social Security. Because I know there's people that save their money, got 401k. You can start getting money out of your 401k at 59. So there's many ways, I don't think the dynamic anymore where you have to, it used to be 65, right? Now it's 67, 65, early retirement, 62. Before, people's thinking was, I can't retire till I'm 65. It's like people work till they're 65. I think that's not the dynamic anymore that I'm seeing. It's like more and more people that I meet here in the Philippines, they're not Social Security age. More and more I'm meeting people in their 40s, in their 50s, they're making the jump. They're making the jump to retirement because people realize that, man, if you can afford financially to retire, or if you can work it where you have online, that online digital nomad that wasn't available to me, back in 2011 even, or, when I was thinking of retiring in the Philippines. That wasn't available, not too long, 15 years ago. You never heard of digital nomad that you can work online. But now it's more and more people are working online. So that's opened up another chance for people to retire early. And I've always said many times, man, if you can retire early, if you can afford to retire, man, you got to do it. You got to do it because, like, if you wait till you're 65, how many good years do you really have at 65? It's like the average male for male American, I think, is 76. So at 65, if you're lucky, you might have 11 years of, like, maybe you're healthy. Maybe, because again, unfortunately, when you start hitting that number like 50s and 60s, that's when stuff happens. That's when illnesses, that's when, you might be the fittest person. Man, like me, man, I was like, I was a runner all my life. I've never had blood pressure medicine, never had diabetes, never had anything in my life. I never even spent a day in the hospital for anything. During my military career, when I retired from the Air Force, I was fit. I was mountain biking here till I was about 55, 56. Then boom, all of a sudden, 56, I got diagnosed with cancer. From nowhere, no family history of cancer, no physical illness. I don't even get disability from the VA, from the veteran. I don't have anything wrong with me. But boom, at 56, I got diagnosed with cancer. So, man, things can change in your life. That's why, the sooner you can retire, to me, it's the better, because I've just seen it work out for so many people that they're much happier. I haven't met a person before that says to me that, man, I wish I was still working, or retirement sucks. I want to be working. I've not met anybody. Everybody that I met, look at JP, man. When JP retired 2 months ago from his work, you can wipe the smile off his face. When I see him, when he's just like so happy to be retired, so happy to be like starting his life here in the Philippines. Lowell, you get any sleep? I did, about 1. I think I fell asleep at 1, and then I woke up, I think, about 5:30. But I'll rest today. I don't have any plans today at all. So after this live stream, I'll take Mom and Leanna to church, and then I'll sleep all day. It's good sleeping weather today. It's raining outside. But tomorrow I'm headed back to Boracay Airport tomorrow, because my good friend Joel and his brother from Arizona, they're coming. I wasn't gonna pick them up at the airport because the initial plan, they had other people coming with them, and they were gonna rent a van because I couldn't fit everybody in my car. But the couple canceled, so now it's just Joel and his brother, so I can pick them up. So I'm picking up 2 people. Joel comes here every year. He's Phil Lam. He's like me. He was born and raised in the United States. He got his Philippine citizenship in the U.S. because his parents are Filipino. But he's learning Tagalog. I know he's speaking more Tagalog, but I think eventually he'll probably stay. He's splitting time. He usually spends 2-3 months here in Calibo. They have a home here in Calibo, and then 9 months in Arizona. But I think more and more he wants to split more time here in the Philippines. He enjoys it here, and now his brother's coming, so his brother's gonna check it out. So I have to go back to the airport tomorrow, Caticlan Airport, to pick up more people. J-Boy, good morning, Kuya Gino, good morning. There's Liana. She's already dressed. Hey, Liana, she's already dressed. Happy New Year, J-Boy. Thank you so much. Renz, Happy New Year, 2026. Man, I can't believe when I see the number 2026. Man, that's like, man, I can't believe it. I was born in 1966, I always, man, it's like, to me now that, this year I'm going to be turning 60. It's like, I can't still grasp that concept. It's like, I'm old. I'm old now. I'm old. Leanna always tells me I'm old. You're ancient, Kuya. You're a legend. She always teases me that I'm old. I agree. Appreciate the time, right? Appreciate the time, because nothing is guaranteed. Tomorrow's not guaranteed. I'm sure we all experience it, the shock of losing people, right? That happens now to me. Now, I'm scared sometimes now to get phone calls, and I hate opening that message, on my messenger that a loved one or a good friend passed away. But it is what it is. It is what it is. As we get older, that unfortunately happens more. Brand new year, always stay positive. Right, Rance? Nikki Evans, hi Dazzle. How are you? I'm doing fine, doing well. We're doing great. New Year's, we did the karaoke live stream last night. We had a good time. Fireworks here in our neighborhood. Just a good way to welcome 2026. Good morning, Happy New Year, Gino. I'm from Malina, who live down under. All right, down under Melbourne. Hey, man, more and more people on our channel, more and more people reaching out to me are from Australia. Thank you for reaching out there. Kadugo, Kadugo. All right, here, Peanut Butter Travels. Hello, Peanut Butter Travels. JP, my rent went up 66% over the, man, that is just, that's, wow, man. I'm sure it was frustrating, JP. I'm sure it was frustrating, but I hear that from people, 66% in 4 years. You won't get that here. Even the rentals, like I said, the rentals in Calibo. I remember my apartment back in 2012 to 2016 was 7,000. That same apartment where I live is now 8,000. So from 10 years almost, it increased by $18, If I stayed in the US, I would end up broke and homeless. And to me, man, that's so unfortunate, right, JP? It's like, that's why I know more and more people reaching out to me, JP, because they watch my videos. They see I help people move here. And more, I'm getting more new people on my email, more people like getting, when I open my phone on WhatsApp, it's like I see a new number and they'll said there, add, block, accept, and I always accept, and then I start the conversation with people. And I'm seeing it more and more, JP, people on Social Security, they're just like, they can't get by. It's like hard for them to get by on their Social Security. I know you hear people, well, it's their fault. They didn't prepare. Social Security was only supposed to be a supplement to their retirement. Why did they save money and all that? But hey, man, I've been in the U.S. I know how life it is in the U.S. One divorce in the U.S. can like bankrupt you. And I've met people now, they've been divorced 2 times, 3 times. So, by the time you hit your 50s or 60 or 62, if you've been divorced once or twice, man, that can wipe you out. And, with your savings. And then people get in debt with student loans. People get in debt. They get into, there's people in the US, they're like in their 50s already and they're still paying a student loan that they signed up when they were in their 20s. So it's not that easy, especially now, right, JP? With the prices of rent in the US and food and cost of living, the young people now in their 20s and 30s, man, I don't know what kind of future they're going to have. I don't know how they're going to be able to retire when they get to a retirement age and save money, man. It is better to have some sort of medical or health. But for sure, Renz, if you have, that's why a lot of people, a lot of military retirees, they choose the Philippines because we have TRICARE here. And there is, Pacific Cross is available here in the Philippines. You can get medical insurance here. A little expensive, I'm not gonna lie. It's not cheap to get Pacific Cross here. And as you age, it increases in price. But definitely, you have, I think in the U.S., we're almost taught that. Like, we get insurance for everything in the U.S., If you are thrifty or frugal, you can stretch your hard earned for sure. Right. Yeah, man, you see me, man. I've been here 15 years now on my military pension alone. I do not have any other income except YouTube now, which is just a little bit. I don't make a lot of money on YouTube, but my military pension alone, that 15 years I've been here, I've been able to save money. Every month I'm putting away money. Been able to buy my vehicle, buy my car, brand new car cash. Been able to buy land here in the Philippines. So it can be done, as long as you're frugal. It's like HD, same with me, JP. That was the reason I made my move when I got injured at work and could no longer work before I was 40 years old. Right, HD. I think, man, that's what I'm saying, man. I'm looking at, if you're like in your 20s and 30s in the US, man, it looks like you might have to end up working all your life. I just can't see, unless they get some kind of pension. And a lot of companies now in the US are cutting down pensions. They don't have pensions anymore. So, even I know even the United States Air Force, they have a pension plan, but that pension plan they're putting out now, it's not the same pension plan I got. It's like, I know it's a lot less, even if you serve the military. Fortune, Happy New Year. Hey, Happy New Year, Fortune. The Panay Posse. Happy New Year, Fortune. Happy New Year, HD. Happy New Year, HD. Happy New Year, Bill, JP, Ray, Lowell, Emilio, J-Boy, and Rance from Fortune. JP, I had lower back pain from work, and within weeks after stopping work, it's almost gone. Right? I bet it's related to stress. There's a lot of illnesses, and I know this. I'm medical. I've worked in the medical field. I've been around doctors and nurses, and stress and work has a lot to do with your health. A lot of like illnesses, a lot of the things that happen to us, a lot of that, your immune system gets weaker when you're stressed at work, when you're tensing up, when you're like tired, you didn't get sleep at night, you still got to be at work. If that's your dynamic every day, man, that can add up over the years. Probably reducing your life expectancy even, if you're like stressed in a stressful environment. Happy New Year, PBT and HD. Morning, Fortune. Happy New Year. Happy for you who made the move. Let's help for more to. I know, right, Fortune? That's why, man. I'm happy to do it. I never charge people. I don't do that whole consultation fee or anything. I would never do that. I just want to help people here. Just smile on JP's face alone when I picked him up. The excitement, we were riding in my car talking to JP. That's my reward for doing what I do, because like they're priceless to me. When I can have another individual that happy, that excited, to me, worth all the work that I do here for me. Fortune PBT, peanut butter, peanut butter. JP, Filipina, the owner and her son Nathan invited me to eat with them for New Year's. See, right there, right? JP, where do you get that? Like in the US, where you just met these people, or your landlord, like inviting you to have dinner with you, like serving you food. They are so warm and open. That gesture alone makes me want to stay at La Casa España long term, right? Right? That's the thing, man. That's the thing here, JP. And that's just the beginning. You're gonna meet some good people here in Calibo, JP. The province people, I keep telling everyone. Aklan Province, Panay Island, the province people, they're just so welcoming, warm, kind. That's the qualities that people here in the province have, because here in the province it's not about materialism. Hardly anyone wears like designer clothes here, name brand clothes. It's not a thing in the province. People in the province are farmers. They're fishermen. They could care less what they wear. It's like they're here to work, to earn money. It's like hard work too. Hard work out in the field, out in the fisheries. It's a different vibe. Like when you live in the Philippines, when you're living in the province area compared to the city, you will see the difference. People in the cities, I'm not bashing them or anything, they can afford the city. It's a good life in the city, man. I can't blame them. Iloilo City, an amazing city here. You got SNR, you got the big malls. You can drive a big SUV. You live in a condo. Man, that's like good life, right? Like to me, that's a good life. But the people, are just, to me, they're just more humble, more humble in the province. Charlie Lance, my good friend in Boston, My friend in Boston, Leo, he actually sent me, we were greeting each other Happy New Year, and he's headed to the Bahamas. I was like, hey, go for it, Leo. I was like, he's spending New Year's in the Bahamas. JP, Happy New Year, lamb chop.
Oh, Happy New Year!
Happy New Year. That's from your Tito. Tito JP says, Happy New Year, lamb chop.
Lamb chop.
Yeah, lamb chop is Leanna's nickname from JP. Because she loves lamb. You know, Leanna ate lamb for the first time in Vikings, the Vikings buffet. And she's always been talking about she can't wait to go back. So we might have to take Leanna on her birthday to Vikings in Iloilo City.
Wow.
That's going to be our birthday celebration for Leanna.
Wow.
She's going to be 13. She's going to be a teenager this year. Soon, May the 3rd is her birthday. LOL HD. Happy New Year, Charlie. Nice. JP. Big 60 party for Gina. Oh, no, I know. We are. I'm going to throw probably at La Casa Española. That's where I'll have my party, my 60th birthday party this year. You're invited, of course, Fortune. If you come here to Panay Island and Peanut Butter Travel.
You're 60 already, Jin.
Yeah, I'll be 60. This year is my 60th
But you
year.
look 49.
Thank you, Mom. Peanut Butter Travels. Happy New Year. JP, I felt if I fight leaving, my savings would be eaten up and then I would not have the cash to make the move. I think you made a wise decision, JP, because you will see it now, JP, like I did, 15 years ago. When I moved there, of course, I was unsure, it's like there weren't YouTube before. I had an idea I could make it here, but I knew that I made the right move, I think, like after 3 months. Because the first 3 months I was here in the Philippines, I was in Boracay Island. Man, I'm living on the paradise. I mean, I'm living in paradise. And here I was living in paradise. And every single month, I was saving part of my pension. So I realized immediately after that, I was like, man, I got it made. If I can live here in Boracay and save money, I mean, why would I be working in the US and I'm barely getting by? I'm not saving money and worried about depleting my savings. And Happy New Year, Fortune from Charlie Latz. HD, divorce horror stories is the reason why I never wanted to get married. Smart, right? Like for me, if I have one advice to people early and never been married, they're like in their 20s, thinking about getting married, stay single. Aloha. Hey, brother Derek, aloha, my brother, aloha. I'm still, oh yeah, that's right. People are still in 2025. I know, getting close to 2026 in Hawaii and in the US. Happy New Year, Derek. Happy New Year. Happy New Year to all. Doug Henderson. All right, Doug. Casa Grande, Doug. You haven't been here in a while, so I don't, Casa Grande, Arizona, I think. Kevin Shores, have advanced New Year, everyone. All right, Kevin Shores. Fortune. I was in Michael. Yeah, I saw it. I saw part of it last night. He was walking at nighttime in Dumaguete City. I did the afternoon too. I went the afternoon. He was walking around like where the fireworks. They were selling all the fireworks, right, Fortune? I've never seen so many fireworks anywhere here in the Philippines. And then he did another one at midnight. He did another one. I answered lots of questions there, but I referred them to watch your live. Oh, thank you, Fortune. Appreciate that, Fortune. HD, stress is good since it can allow you to react and function properly to get away from the stressful situation. It's prolonged stress that people are constantly under are really bad for your health. Yeah, but unfortunately, right, HD, when you're at work in the US, sometimes you don't even realize that you're like in a stressful environment because you're not gonna quit your job. It's like I had a good job at St. Mary's Hospital in Tucson, Arizona. They paid me well. But man, that job was stressful. That job was stressful. But would would I like quit that good paying job just to look for, it's easy to say, but when you're in that situation, you're just trying to get by. You're just, you got bills to pay. You're like so focused on the work, and then my pride in my work too. I wanted to do a good job. You don't realize, a lot of people, man, don't realize they're working in a stressful environment. You come home, you got your neck is tight. Your neck is tight. You can't sleep at night. You're waking up at 1 a.m., 2 a.m. in the morning for no reason. But when you're in it, a lot of times you don't realize it until you're away from it. When I was when I moved here and I was hanging out on the beach every day, watching White Beach Boracay. That's when I was looking back at all the craziness that I had to put up at work. I was like, dang, man, why was I doing that to myself? But at the time when you're working, you don't realize that, man. Hopefully, they come in. I can provide Philippines info. Oh yeah, man, Fortune, you're my go-to guy, Fortune. You're Master Yoda. I couldn't do this without you, brother. I really appreciate you, Fortune, for always like all the Philippine information you give me. We're helping people, Fortune. We're helping people, man, make the move here to the Philippines and start a good life for them here. Hey, Far East Rider, Rick, my good friend in Jacksonville, Florida. Aim high, brother. My karaoke party. Oh, it's starting. All right, hey, man. Have fun, Rick. Now, singer Leonard Skinner, man. I gotta study up, man. I'm gonna start listening to Leonard Skinner so I can study up on Leonard Skinner. I didn't know that they were big there in Jacksonville, Florida. Got a house full of Filipinos. Oh, they're gonna be singing karaoke for sure, Rick. Got a house full of Filipinos. Edgar, Happy New Year, Edgar, everyone, and good morning to all. Enjoy, Far East Rider from Fortune. Happy New Year, Edgar. Mom and Leanna going to church. Yes, they're getting ready. I'm gonna take them. So this live stream is not gonna be very long. Maybe another 30 minutes on the live stream. I just wanted, their church got moved to 8 a.m. Usually I take them at 6 and then I come back here and I do the live stream. But today, because of New Year's, they changed the time on their church today to 8 a.m. Happy New Year right now in Germany. All right, in Germany. Germany's already New Year in Germany. Howdy, Happy New Year. Hey, Daniel, Happy New Year. The Panay Posse, Happy New Year. Edgar, hello, Sergeant USA. Leo's lucky. Hello. I know, right, Charlie? I was like, I'm messaging Leo this morning. He's from Boston. And he's like, man, I'm going to the Bahamas. I was like, dude, you're so lucky. I've always wanted to go. Too cold. That's what he said. That's why he's headed to the Bahamas. He said too cold in Boston right now. Happy New Year, Daniel. We'll have my big 65. Well, all right then. I get to celebrate big 65. All right, that's great. That's great, Rick. I can't wait. 11 days. I think 11 days, Rick, that you're here, or maybe more, but. Rick is gonna be in Calibo soon. He has his wife's family here in Calibo. His wife has a house here in Calibo, so we'll see them during Ati-Atian. I'm gonna be doing sad dancing in the street with my good friend Rick from Jacksonville, Florida. My Air Force retiree brother. Aim high, brother. HD. There are 3 different Filipinos in the Philippines. The people in Manila with the city life, the province, and the people with darker skin. And there's the Moro in Mindanao. Yes. I mean, they're all Filipinos, right? They're all Filipinos. But to me, I saw something like that in one of the groups I belong. They said, they were discussing, the true Filipino or the true Philippines. I mean, we're all in the Philippines, so everybody's Filipino. That are born and raised here, no matter where you are, your city, Mindanao, whatever. But to me, like what I consider the good life, the retirement, the more conducive to retirement is here in the provinces, especially here in Panay Island. And this is like, to to me, like I said, a hidden gem. This is like this is retirement paradise. I mean, you got Boracay Island, you got waterfalls, you got white sand beaches, Aklan River. You got all these places where you can just enjoy your retirement. Go fishing, go fishing. JP, that would be so exciting to meet Fortune, the Master Yoda. I know, right? I know. Eventually, I know because Fortune's from Antique Province. I pointed JP, right? I pointed to you how close Antique Province is, and I know he's got family in Iloilo City in Antique Province. So I'm sure one day we'll get to meet the Master Yoda Fortune here. Time flies, getting to 60. I know, right, Edgar? Yeah, when I look at that, 2026, I was born in 1966. I can't even believe it. It's like, just looking back where did that 60 years go? It's like incredible how time flies. Nice, Far East, La Casa Española, good place to celebrate. There you go. Happy New Year, JP, right, HD. No fireworks on your birthday. JP, Happy New Year, Anjali. Oh, Anjali, Happy New Year. Happy New Year from JP. Hello to the people in the past, from the people here living in the future. I know, right? We're in the future. We've already went through our New Year's. 6 hours left. All right, 6 hours. Not long there, Daniel. That's a good advice why you have to work too hard, but you can't get ahead because you pay too many bills. Yeah, it's hard. Especially, Emilio, he knows this. He lives in California. He lives in San Diego, California. Man, you got to, I remember my days in California. My relatives at the time when we moved to California, this was even back in 1978, the early 80s, my time in California. Man, my Filipino relatives in California got 2-3 jobs even back then. Living in California, and they, I have my Kuya Beng. My Kuya Beng was like, he worked at a bank. He worked a shift at the bank, at the vault, counting money, counting whatever he did at the vault. He got off work and he worked at May Company, a department store, and he would stock shelves, stores at the department store. He worked 16 hours a day. He would sometimes sleep in his car because from work, he would go from one work to another, sleep in between, take a nap, and then get to go to work in order to afford California, even back in the early 80s. So I can't even imagine now, what kind of money you need to live in California, man. There's a reason why stressful jobs pay more. Right, HD. They it's hard. They gotta pay you more because they gotta keep. That's the thing that kept me from that 7 years of my job at Carondelet Health Network. Even though it's pressure, it did pay well, so it kept me there for 7 years. But I was never happier when I was leaving work. Finally, put my 2 weeks notice, and I'm leaving that job. You better at least save 401k. True, right, Emilio? Daniel, hello, HD, JP, Ford, and Edgar. Hey, Daniel, Emilio, you have a good purpose. Help people to move there. Yeah, it's I've never really realized it before, but it's become my purpose here. I enjoy it. I enjoy helping people move to the Philippines because I love seeing the smiles, the excitement. To me, that's priceless. Seeing JP, man, seeing JP, seeing Edgar, Stevie. Just see that. It's almost kind of like you're helping somebody. Their dreams come true. It's like their dreams come true. It's a special feeling when you had a small piece. Small piece to that. Manigong bagong taon, Gino. In the 7 years you've lived in your area, have you seen a substantial increase in the cost of living, especially food and utilities? Not at all, man. I've been here 15 years in Aklan Province. Been here now in our community, Camellia Homes, for going on 10 years now. that's the one thing about Aklan province. It's not gonna, the cost of living is not gonna rise fast here because people can afford it here. This is the province. People are farmers and fishermen here. If you try to sell produce here, increase the produce price by like 5 pesos, people like already like freak out. They're like, ooh, that's expensive tomatoes. Oh, that's expensive potato. They watch the prices here, and it's always remained affordable here. Going to the public market, very affordable. Fruits, vegetables, you will be amazed here in Aklan province how inexpensive they are. I mean, it's not the same like the vegetables here aren't going to be the same that you're used to. Like I know Americans are used to broccoli, cauliflower, the spinach in the U.S. It's not going to be that. We don't have that. But you just have to like tailor to the new vegetables that's available to you here. The Filipino vegetables that you can purchase here. The bitter melon, your kangkong, your water spinach instead of the spinach in the U.S. Lettuce is hard to find here, but more and more, and there's only unfortunately like one variety of lettuce, it seems like. But you just gotta like find the vegetables that will be good for you at the Filipino vegetables. The American style vegetables, of course, they will cost more because they don't grow here. They gotta import it from somewhere else. I saw Belus and Michael W. have karaoke party. Hey, everybody, that even my neighbors here, everybody had a karaoke party here. We didn't even have to like close the door or windows. Everybody was like singing karaoke last night till midnight. Happy New Year, Benny. Happy New Year. Fortune, Happy New Year. JP, I have been moving the air conditioner setting up 1 or 2 degrees a day during 24 is good. 24 is a good setting, JP. It's helping me adjust to the warmer from the snow. Yeah, you'll slowly adjust to the temperature, but it will get warmer here. You're gonna really feel the heat of the Philippines right around March, April, May. That's like the peak of the summer here. That's when it's gonna be the hottest. Only use aircon when I'm sleeping. Same with me, Edgar. Edgar, he's already adapted. Like me, I only use our AC when we sleep. And now our room is only separated by a wall. Mom and Leanna's room and Dazzle's and I room. Now what we did, we put a vent with a fan in it. So now our room blows cold air to their room. So now both rooms are gets cool now at nighttime. Do you like that, Leanna? Do you like that cool air? Yeah, in your room now, you like that cool air in your room now? There was an abundance of fun-size Filipinas at the malls yesterday. Fun-size, yeah. I mean, they're not gonna run out of that. There's always a lot of Filipinas at the mall. There's always a lot of Filipinas. Edgar didn't run them all off. There were a few bite-sized ones too. Edgar, I am the same. Only at night and only fan on low. Unless the mop floors need to dry. Yeah, I think we're all, people always ask that, why don't you just put AC in your house the whole day? For me, you just get acclimated. And then, electricity is expensive here if you run AC all day long. So I'm frugal, man. I'm frugal. Did y'all make it to 7-Eleven? Unfortunately, we didn't, Daniel, because we were planning on, but it started raining. So we just decided to go to bed instead. But I'm sure we'll go to 7-Eleven today for sure, for sure. Edgar, don't walk to 7-Eleven, JP. It's not... Oh, not open today? Not open today. Wow, I didn't know that, Edgar. Thank you. I'll have to, when I take Mom and Leanna to church this morning, I'll have to check the 7-Eleven here and see if they're going to open today. I've never heard that, actually, Edgar, that the 7-Eleven... I thought 7-Eleven never closes here, but I'll got to check on the one outside our gate. JP, I have the AC set on 18. at night for 4 hours. Oh, you got it on a timer. You got it. Nice. Other than that, full heat during the day with no AC and full humidity. While sometimes, yeah, I'm the same way, man. You know, it's like we don't have AC here in the first floor. All we have is fans. Or not yet, anyways. Not yet. JP, that I have been to my 7-Eleven 3 times so far. Twice at 4 a.m. Twice at 4 a.m. I know, JP, because you're waking up early. You're not used to the time yet. That will change, man. That will change. You'll get to your normal sleeping time once you get settled here. Happy New Year from Sam. Next time we get together, I have a small gift for the girls. Ooh, JP got a small gift for you guys.
Oh, thank you in advance.
Thank you in advance. The mom said thank you in advance. With all the vendors selling the same veggies and fruits, there's so much competition. I know, right? And, you know, JP, you're going to find your favorite. You know, once they open the fruit stands, the ones that's near McDonald's, you're going to pick your favorite there. And then you're going to get, you know, that's going to be your go-to vendor. You know, you're going to be suki to whoever you select among those vendors. And once they open the public market, which they will in 2026, the big brand new Calibo public market, man, that's a game changer. Man, that's a game changer because it is so nice. That building's gonna be so nice compared to what it used to be. Used to be, man, it was like tight in there, dark in there, one floor. It's always so hot in there. Now it's 3 floors, big gigantic fans on the top. So it's going to be really nice when our new public market in Calibo opens in 2026. Spiritually motivated, no broccoli. Broccoli, unfortunately, is not popular. They're expensive here. I'm not going to lie because I like broccoli. Dazzle's favorite broccoli. Not the same broccoli that you get in the United States. If you want good broccoli, you need to live in like the colder climate here in the Philippines, like Baguio. Baguio's got... Their vegetables in Baguio are amazing. If you live in Baguio City, Tagaytay is another place that's got good veggies. But there's just vegetables that don't grow well here in Aklan province. We're too low, like sea level, too hot for broccoli. I mean, I get a broccoli here. It's like mostly stem. They even sell the stem with the broccoli and like a little bulb on the top, you know. Unlike in the US, it's all bulb, you know. It's all like but there's just things like that you're gonna miss. There's certain things that don't grow well here, but there's certain things that grow well here. So it's kind of like I said, it's a trade-off. You have to like find the veggies that you like. I mean, fruits though. I mean, fruits will blow you away in the Philippines, man. We got all kinds of tropical fruits here that grow throughout the year. You're not gonna run, if you're a fruit lover, you're gonna love the Philippines. Unlimited fruit at good prices. Even grapes now are becoming popular here. You wouldn't think they can grow grapes here on sea level, but there's all kinds of green, round grapes, the red grapes, seedless grapes, so much grapes now here. JP, I'm sweet and nice and like gifts. I like the gift. Pinay. Happy New Year, Gino and everyone. All right, Happy New Year, Pinay Heart. HD, I'm gonna go fast through the comments because I gotta take Mom and Leanna to church. We're gonna leave here about 10 minutes, so I'm gonna go fast on the comment. Spiritual mode. I've seen broccoli at SM Mall. Doesn't look fresh. Yeah, that's the thing. You know, sometimes they'll even like wrap it in plastic and it's not the freshest. That's why I get it at the public market. Numancia public market would have broccoli, but again, it's mostly the stem of the broccoli, which you don't even see that stem in the U.S. in a little bulb. Oh, it's sunny now. Mom said it's sunny outside now. That's why you receive a lot of blessings, because you're helping people free. Hard to find people like, thank you, Emilio. Maybe not open in the morning, but we'll open lunchtime. they give the crew time. Oh yeah, trying to hangover, trying to recover the hangover. Now when I go out, I sweat, but it doesn't bother me. It's like when I worked in the U.S. The one in front of college was closed, so McDonald's around 6:50 a.m. today. All right. Thank you, Edgar. Thank you. Do you use a shower curtain? Edgar is becoming an expert. I know, right? Edgar, it's like he's my go-to local Kalibo resident. No JP, but no need. Bumban gets everything wet as well. Southern Cal. Gino, are frozen veggies available? Yes, at SNR especially, and even in the local market here. Save More, SM Cherry, they have a lot frozen veggies that you're used to, like the carrot, peas, corn, you name it. They have all kinds of frozen vegetables, even broccoli. SNR's got, I mean, you can get a giant bag at SNR, frozen broccoli, frozen strawberries, frozen blueberries, anything frozen. They do have it plenty, big selection at SNR, and even the supermarkets in Kalibo has good selection because we do. That's mostly the broccoli that Dazzle and I've been buying lately is the frozen one because it's hard to find the fresh broccoli, unfortunately, because we're both broccoli lovers. So heard that they are waiting for me. All right, Daniel. Maybe when you get here, Daniel, they'll open the new Kalibo Public Market, and it's gonna be gigantic, man. The new Kalibo Public Market, man, it's gonna be gigantic. Oh, I gotta look for my key, and then I'll just get my wallet, and then HD. All right, HD. Take care. All right. I'm gonna end the live stream right here. I'm gonna take Mom and Leanna to church. Thank you so much. I just wanted to do a quick live stream. That way, you don't say, hey, what happened to Gino? He must have drank too much and New Year's. And I don't drink. I don't drink alcohol. So they're probably, I didn't want to make sure I'm still alive. I'm still alive in 2026. I didn't party too hard in New Year's. Bye. All right, Southern Calvini. Bye. Bye. Take care. Take care, everyone. Everyone, stay blessed. Stay blessed. Have a good start to 2026.
Happy New Year.
Happy New Year, everyone. JP says Happy New Year. Happy New Year.